It's a new year, a new season. Nebraska, Northwestern kicking it off on Saturday, so we wanted to get ahead of it. And the Big Ten Power Rank with a spin. I am not going to be dragged along on this. I am not going to. No. Okay. What I'm going to do is what I do best. It'll be a pain in the ass for you. It is time for the R.L. Beard.
I'm going to have to get you a T-shirt, Mike.
Big Ten Power Rank. All right, Rico, from the bottom to the top, I'll add some color where I need to. I will add some questions where I need to, or likely critique and sarcasm. Begin.
Okay, well, we will start off at the bottom.
Rutgers.
The worst team.
Rutgers.
It is not Rutgers or Rackus. Or
Northwestern.
University of whatever, of New Jersey.
They are the Warriors of the Raritan.
No, it is the University of Indiana.
Say why.
Indiana, to me, has so many question marks on so many different things, including the quarterback. I'm not feeling comfortable that they were. I think their heyday was 2020, and I don't know if they'll ever repeat that anytime soon.
I can't make fun of them, Kenny, because, fun fact, over-under in Vegas, if you had listened to Cash the Ticket, is set at 4 for Indiana, and I think it's an under because their schedule is also brutal. Yeah. P.S. Tom Allen's a cheap suit. Go ahead, number 13.
Number 13.
Northwestern.
Nebraska. This is not the year for Scott Frost.
This is ridiculous.
Scott Frost may be relieved of his duties mid-season.
I don't want to participate in this.
I don't think that – I think that he's lost his team, Mike.
The season hasn't started.
Mike, they can't win. You're right. It hasn't started. I got them losing that first game, and I don't see how Nebraska's going to come back because they're trying to be something that they're not. Instead of building, they're trying to go straight from 0 to 60 instead of doing it the right way.
Look, they upgraded a quarterback with Casey Thompson from Texas. They upgraded defensive side of the ball, O'Shane Mathis, 22 transfers, Mark Whipple at OC. And look, you know what I know. Something unholy happened last year. That was the best 3-win team in history.
But what about the year before?
I don't want to talk about it.
And the year before that.
Let's go to number 12.
And the year before that.
Number 12.
Number 12. I'm going to go with the University of Illinois.
Jesus. Why?
Well, it was close, but I just gave it to Illinois because they're boring football. They're gonna go old school Wisconsin. They're going to run the ball, and then when you're tired of the run, they will line up and run it again.
Look, that's what Bielema does. And I think year 1 to 2, you get yourself a little bit more juice. They got a star at running back, and was it Chase Bryant?
Yeah, Chase Brown, yeah.
Chase Brown, excuse me. And the quarterback room got a little bit better, and they brought in an OC who's innovative, Barry Looney Jr. from UTSA. I think this is a slanderous list.
Okay, but no, it's the thing. You can bring in the OC that does stuff, but does the coach allow them to call the plays? I think you saw that a lot with D'Antonio in the final years. It was like Warner was just like, guys, I got a boss. My boss says run these plays. I got to do what he has to do. That was his way of saying, please tell Mike, stop blaming me.
Go rogue. Number 12.
Number 12.
Rutgers.
Mike, I was about to say, you want to go ahead and say it?
Yes.
All right.
Swamp Rats.
Rutgers.
Get him out of the Big Ten.
You're going to probably have Noah Vedral as your QB.
What, their 5-star couldn't beat him out?
I think it's one of those, he will be the quarterback before the season's over. But this is one where let's try to win as many games early as we can and then kind of slowly get him in by like the bye week.
Yeah, that's what Michigan's been doing for about 2 years. Number 11.
Number 10, Northwestern.
Boy, you like them a lot more than I do. Go ahead. Why?
Well, because as I said before, Northwestern is kind of a every other year type of team. There's good Northwestern, but they can't follow it up. They hit rock bottom, and then they bounce right back. This is the bounce back year for Pat Fitzgerald. Yeah.
They were supposed to bounce back last year, Cheech. They were loaded.
No.
And they bombed. Go look.
They had just made – right, no, bounce back. Yeah, just made the Big Ten championship.
What, in 20?
Yeah.
We both agreed that doesn't count.
It counts.
Okay. I'm used to Michigan fans telling me it doesn't count. My bad.
Then last year, they were bad. This year, you're going to see good Northwestern out there again.
Lost their whole D tackle room, and they had to go out to the grocery store to replace it. I don't love the quarterback, Helinski. I don't love Hull as a running back. Brandon Joseph left for Notre Dame.
It doesn't.
I'm out.
It makes no sense, but Pat Fitzgerald every other year works magic.
I hate him.
Number 9 is Mr. Barber himself, the University of Minnesota.
Why?
Minnesota is the ultimate, and I was flipping a coin because them and the next team just hit repeat on what I'm going to say.
All right, go ahead.
You don't understand what you're going to have week to week. Last year they will blow out Rutgers and then struggle and lose to another team. And it's just like, how are you able to do this, but you can't do anything consistently? They have the tools to win, but when it comes to big games, they never show up, and they always find a way to lose. When it counts, when the world is watching, that's Minnesota. Followed by number 8, same thing, and you could agree with this, Mike, Maryland. Maryland can beat all the non-conference teams in the world, but when it comes to beating Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, they struggle. And Michigan State. Until you can get past those 4, you're never going to leapfrog and get into the party. Every year you think they're going to do it, but you saw what happened when they played Iowa. Yeah, they had a rash of injuries, but that game was ugly. That was the game that I thought was going to put them on the map. It did not.
I got to be honest. He just nailed it with Maryland. It has nothing to do with their talent. It has nothing to do with me hating the program and some predisposed bias. Anytime I'm on the brink of feeling like Maryland might be something, they bleep themselves. And I mean in explosive fashion.
Yeah, Maryland and Minnesota are the same. They are Clark Kent and Superman. You've never seen them in the same room at the same time. Number 7, Penn State. You have Clifford back for year 6 or 7. But, I don't know what the offensive line is going to be like. And if Clifford can stay healthy, he's good. But if he's running for his life and getting knocked down and sacked, they're no good.
And bottom line, they go to Ann Arbor this year where they don't come within 40 because that's what they do there.
Yeah, not even close. Last year was their chance to win. They win at Happy Valley. But, yeah, you play Michigan on the road, forget about it.
Something happens. They don't show up in the big house.
No, blowout.
Go ahead.
Number 6, the University of Wisconsin. Wisconsin, to me, as I've said before, is a team that's lost its way. It's lost its identity. Graham Mertz is coming back, and I think they're still going to try to become this passing team, even though they got the running back, Allen. Instead of just going the ground and pound the way that they used to do, they're trying to be Ohio State. They're trying to be the Michigan and the Michigan State with the fancy and the big plays. It's not working for them. They had a ceiling, and unfortunately, they don't like that ceiling anymore, and they've gone away, which I don't think they're going to be good enough to win the West. I know everybody's picking them. At number 5.
I just think Christ has gotten stale. That's just how I feel.
I think he needs to go back to just being Chris and trying to be Chris A. It's like he's changed who he is. And, I'm Chris Day. No, you're just Paul Chris. And number 5.
Jesus.
I got Purdue. I think Purdue and Aiden O'Connell has I think he's the second best QB in the Big Ten.
Bullish.
I don't know if Purdue can back it up defensive-wise. I think they've always found ways to score, but every game's going to be a shootout, and you're not going to be able to win shootouts every week in the Big Ten.
But you believe O'Connell's the second best QB in the Big Ten?
I do.
I don't, but I respect your opinion. If he's truly the second best QB in the Big Ten, you've got every right to put him there.
At number 4, I have the University of Iowa.
Oh, boy.
They had a great defense. I don't think their defense is going to be.
Avery Moss is back again, right?
Moss is back, and the linebacker is it Clark? Their linebacker. Basically, all their linebackers are up for Linebacker of the Year award. So they have the defense. They probably won't get as many takeaways as they had last season, but that defense is solid. You can win with defense. You can win close games. You can get the other team off the field and win on a field goal. So I got Iowa right there, which I think they may actually win the Big Ten West.
He's getting himself in trouble, Kenny, and I'm going to get myself in trouble because of it. Here we go at number 3.
At number 3, flipping a coin, it's Michigan State. I got Michigan State at number 3 only because of the question marks at the offensive line. That tells me a lot. I saw Peyton Thorne and what he did when he was not protected, when he was being chased around. He only has eyes for Jaden Reed. He becomes very limited, and Michigan State struggles in all of those games. And they found ways to beat Indiana last year. They found ways to beat Nebraska and to beat Pittsburgh in the bowl game. But he became very one-dimensional, and he was almost a little gun-shy because he thought he was going to get hit.
This is every reason why I would not have MSU higher than 5. A lot of questions to answer. Are they capable of it? Yes. I think there's a real distinct possibility Rico's rating is correct. I'm just a little bit more conservative. I think the loss of K9 is seismic.
I'm because they're going to do it by committee with the running back room, but the loss of K9, but I think the defense is going to be one of the better defenses in the Big Ten.
Whoa.
Yeah, I said that.
Whoa, bag alert. All right.
I said that.
You want to put it on tape? Put it on tape. Number 2, Michigan?
Number 2 is Michigan. I think they've settled on a QB. If you're named captain, you're probably the QB.
More on that later.
Michigan has defense, a lot of question marks.
A ton, but their offense might be the best in the conference.
They will be able to score points, similar to Purdue. They'll put up points. Can they stop people? So we'll have to wait and see. But you won the Big Ten, so I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. And at number 1, it's Ohio State. Yeah, you lost to Michigan last year, but that was your bad day. They caught you, and yeah. I think with the talent coming back offensively, dangerous.
I think you know right away, too. They play Notre Dame next weekend. You're going to know right away, maybe not completely, but if that defense lets a quarterback making his starting debut through 31 passes last year, if a kid walks into Columbus and lights them up for 30-plus, we know they have problems.
Yeah, they're going to be falling on this list. So right now, they're number 1.
I think Kenny, would you agree with me? His Nebraska selection is egregious.
I think Rutgers should have been the worst one, and I don't know why they weren't.
You just listen to Mike too much. Rutgers is not.
Wow. Rutgers is terrible.
Nebraska is horrible.
He just called you a bitch.
Nebraska's horrible.
Leave him alone. He's enjoying his food.
Nebraska's horrible.